Why isn't women's suffrage as well known as it should be? It wasn't neat. Most of the other liberation movements had a majority of positive undertones, and there was little controversy surrounding them. For example, the civil rights movement was clear-cut. Everybody was trying to get rights for Black people and were basically on the same page. There was nothing to cause infighting, such as only certain Black people could get rights. The women's suffrage movement was embroiled in controversy. There was much infighting around class and race. To tell the women's suffrage story would mean having to do a lot of explaining to avoid the heroines looking like bad guys. For example, Stanton appealed to racism to try to get women's suffrage, and Alice Paul made Black suffragists march at the back of a suffrage parade. How can you paint these women as heroines when they both had this one big flaw? There was also the issue of all the anti-suffragists, women who fought against the suffragists. It's not easy to talk about what an amazing feat the suffragists achieved while overlooking all the flaws that were constantly seen in the movement. The modern world is experiencing a time where history is being told in all honesty, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is a good time to talk about women's suffrage. There is more openness to revealing the flaws of historical figures and also weigh their actions with consideration to the context of the world they were living in. This will not lead to blind admiration and overlooking serious faults. It will lead to a more sophisticated understanding of historical figures where one can choose whether or not to continue admiring their achievements. I have made my decision about most of these women based on what I know about their good and bad parts so far. It is my hope that others will be interested enough to join the Women's Suffrage Society's journey into the world of the suffragettes, seeing them as ordinary women who achieved an extraordinary feat using the tools that were available and dealing with their own flaws or mistakes. The Women's Suffrage Society hopes to bring together a diverse group of women to look into, discuss, and share women's history and issues in a way that only women can.